Welcome to Public Interface. I'm Mark, and joining me today is Kimiko Tanaka Vecchione, Director of Marketing Technology at Velir. Today we're going to be talking about client engagement. Kimiko?
Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. Thank you for sitting with me.
Thanks for having me.
So, when you're working with a client, how does the conversation start between you?
So there's a couple ways, both formal and informally, that we start talking to clients. And specifically when I'm on a project, the introductions really happen during the kickoff, the actual project kickoff, as well as a few workshops that we may run to gather business requirements or gather goals of the business. But aside from that, what's really challenging for us is that we're not necessarily in the same room as our clients all the time. So we really have to foster these sort of relationships and build trust with them over the phone. So a lot of phone conversations with them or phone meetings to, better understand what it is that they want and need.
And what are some of the first challenges that you face as you're working with the client?
So when I'm working with a client, some consistent things that I've seen is, they ask for things because they've heard these really great buzzwords, and then they come to us and say, well, this is something that we have to have. But what becomes very clear once we ask a few questions is that maybe they don't fully understand what it is that means, like the effort it takes to truly implement something like that or do it well. That's sometimes underestimated. So a lot of the challenge is really just setting those expectations with the client when they come with kind of these really vague type of buzzword requirements, and then explaining to them, what the process could really be.
You gotta land the airplane.
Exactly.
And then once you identify the problem, what are your first steps to try to solve some of this?
So when I am working on issues or problems that come up for our clients, I typically take, a larger issue and try and break it down into the smallest possible pieces. I think it's a pretty common practice for problem solving, but I find that when you're actually trying to solve smaller problems, you're looking at each of them discretely and coming up with a couple solutions for each of those. So then when you look at the problem holistically, you can immediately come up with a few solutions and figure out then which one is the best solution for the client.
Divide and conquer.
Yes.
What are some of the common problems that you find, or some of the common goals that clients have?
So our clients are really unique in that we work with a lot of nonprofit and association clients, a lot of really content-driven associations. And so a lot of the clients I've worked with have been in that space, and really one of their main goals or issues is connecting with their audience, but also using the website to really articulate who it is that they are and what it is that they stand for. So really working with the clients to understand who their audience is, how we prioritize that audience, because a lot of them have, a vast majority of people that they're trying to reach, but there's usually 1 to 3 specific audiences that are really the key target people. And those are the ones that we want to reach, but while doing that, we want to make sure that we're not neglecting any of the other audiences that they've also identified.
Just to make sure that you get the best value for your buck.
Yeah, exactly. And making sure that they're really attaining the goals that they've set out to achieve.
And what are some of the lessons that a prospective client can learn from your experience?
I think one of the biggest things for me is our clients and the clients I've worked with sometimes will divorce the goals of the website or the digital properties with the goals of the business. And I think what I've seen as the most effective sites is when a client comes to us and they understand that this is an accelerator for business goals or a means to achieve some of those business goals. It usually ends up being the best types of engagements.
And what are some of the problems that you really enjoy solving?
The problems I really enjoy solving are the ones where I can work collaboratively with a lot of the teams here. So when I can get in a room with a lot of other very smart people that can teach me new things, that is, to me, the best type of problem to solve. And usually what comes out of that is the best type of solution for our clients.
Agreed. Thank you for your time, Kimiko.
Thanks for having me, Mark.
So that's our show. Follow us on Twitter at Velir. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, watch us next time as we implement another episode of Public Interface.